got? Red gets into the comments, said, I expect Clemson to win 10 to 12 games per season over the next 2 to 3 seasons. I don't expect Clemson to make it to the playoffs. But on a positive, DJ looked better, but still work to do. If we win 10-plus games, we're probably making it to the playoffs more often than not. That's just my opinion.
Especially if we're getting into the 11 and 12 wins. I mean, you're probably the best team in the ACC, and you're probably finishing with one or fewer losses. And
Clemson in an undefeated 12-0 season, they're not. They're going to the playoffs.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when that new 12-team playoff comes in, you win your conference, you have an auto bid. So
right, yeah. Exactly. Clemson is going to have a larger margin for error, in the coming years when that actually happens. So
the 12-team playoff definitely doesn't hurt us at all.
Yeah.
So with the drops on the wide receivers, I know we talked about a little bit. Last question on the wide receiver. I didn't hear you. What'd you say, Smith?
I think DM Law makes a good point in the comments.
What'd he say?
He says 2016 championship year barely beat Troy by 6 points in the second game.
Oh, yeah.
It's not unprecedented for Clemson to have start a few of their great seasons slow.
I will say that Troy team was better. That was when they had Neil Brown and they were kind of rolling. They beat LSU in Tiger Stadium. I think the year after that, I think it was 2017. But they were, they were really good then. But the point, DM's point still stands that this is just it's a slow. This is not uncharacteristic of Clemson championship teams. 2018, you even go to 2018, they started slow. When they were going through the Trevor Lawrence, Kelly Bryant thing, you escape Texas A&M in a hard fought victory, and then you have that battle with Syracuse, and then once Lawrence was entrenched as a starter, and they had that experience of they were a little battle tested. They ran roughshod through the rest of their schedule. So I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm not saying this is a 2018.
I don't think any of us are saying this is a national championship Clemson team quite yet, but I do think 2016 is a good comparison because Clemson, if you remember back to that year, they were fresh off the national championship where they lost to Alabama 40-45. And if you remember a lot of people talking after the 2016 national championship, those guys kind of just wanted to get back to the national championship. So it was kind of, just going through the motions for the season. I don't think that compares well to this team. I think this team has a lot to prove. We have new coordinators. DJ obviously heard all the criticism this offseason. Obviously, he's taken it as well as anybody. I mean, look, I'm not going to lie. I've been a big questioner of whether DJ can get the job done at Clemson or not. I do think from this point forward, he is the starter. He didn't do anything today to not earn it. So I think that noise has been quieted a bit. But, I mean, you have to admire his ability to hear all that outside noise, go into the offseason, improve his body, go to those camps out in Texas that he did to improve his mechanics and try to become a better quarterback. I will give him props for that. Like it remains to be seen what the season turns out to be under DJ or whether there's a change in the future. I don't think there will be at this point, but there could be.
Yeah. I kind of play the game and it's like, well, especially after today, you put DJ right now on past Clemson teams, and I think the offense doesn't really suffer. It looks more or less the same. If DJ plays like he did today, on past Clemson teams, people would be talking about Clemson like a national championship contender. I think right. it really is the team around him has a lot of work to do at this point. So
that goes back to what I was saying last week about Scott being going to South Florida and our new receivers coach. What's his name? Tyler Grissom. I know you play
Tyler Grisham. Yeah.
Because is he not motivating them right, or I never played receiver, so I can't tell you when they practice. But I just wonder, because think about this: when Degata and Frank Latson came out of high school. I mean, they were being compared to Sammy Watkins. Like Dabo was hyping them up to be the next Sammy Watkins. I know they didn't get on the field a lot their freshman year, but I was like, wow, they that good. It's like we gonna be all right, and it's like that receiver, they just didn't work out. I watched some of the Miami game. I didn't see Latson get in the game. So I'm just saying it's just kind of odd that we haven't that much trouble at receiver since Jeff Scott been gone.